With over 255 characters currently in Marvel Strike Force, it can get a little overwhelming deciding which are the best characters you're going to throw your resources into and which are the characters you're going to skip. But in this video, we're going to make it easier for you. We're going to count down the best free-to-play, aka farmable, aka easily accessible characters in Marvel Strike Force that you can confidently be building towards the end game right now. So if you're ready to see who are the best characters that you should be building, then you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin and I hope you're having a great day. And in this video, we are going to count down the 10 best free-to-play, aka farmable or easily accessible characters in Marvel Strike Force right now. This is based on the current end game, and if you're a newer or mid-game player, this is kind of a glimpse of what you can be expecting as you approach the end game. But if this is your first time here, we do this video, we update it every month with what is going on in the meta. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. We have at least 5 videos per week on this channel, news videos, question and answer videos, gameplay videos, everything to help your experience in Marvel Strike Force. Well, let's get right into this video and talk about the characters that are not gonna be on this list because they're not eligible. You can't farm them. They're not in a store, they're not in a node, and you can't get consistent character shards like you can with Mr. Negative in the web store logins, or Hulk or Wolverine, like the achievements or the daily rewards or the season rewards like Big Time Spider-Man or Quicksilver. All of them are eligible, but all of these characters, they are not eligible. So we got all of our Dark Dimension characters, a lot of our legendary characters, not all of them, but permanent legendary characters, they are eligible to be on this list. We got some of the newer characters, some of the newer teams as well. So yeah, these guys are not going to be on this list, but there were some new characters that just were made available, and these guys just got eligible for this list. First, Titania, recently been made available on Hard Nexus 4.9. Union Jack also available on Hard Nexus 3.9. Bucky Barnes recently went to the raid store along with Moonstone. They went on the same day, and just yesterday, Captain America World War II went to the Crucible store. But before we get to the actual list, I do want to talk about how I value these characters. Characters that are going to give you a big benefit in the arena is top priority for me because that is your main source of power cores. That is going to help you in every game mode. Raids are also very important because that is something you're doing every day, and that probably has the best rewards outside of arena in the game right now. So raids are going to get a little more priority. Maybe not as much as previous lists, but I think raid is still the second most important game mode. Then we got Crucible and War. I prefer Crucible a little more. War, you might prefer that a little more, but yeah, that is what this list is going to be based on. But War and Crucible, in my opinion, are very similar game modes as far as importance of the game. Both have okay rewards, but nothing too crazy like Crucible did back in the day. So Arena, Raids, Crucible, and War, and then they're gonna get a little extra value if they are available in Dark Dimensions. October 2023, starting at the number 10 spot, and newly on this list, she was on this list before, but newly returned to this spot, is Hela. And the reason she's getting a little more value, well, she has a new team member, a new Undying member in Juggernaut. Yeah, she's not going to be used in the raid, so she loses a little value there, but still very, very valuable in War, Cosmic Crucible, and she's very expensive, but you might want to take her into Dark Dimension despite that cost because she's a good character. But yeah, she does use Mystic gear, so you might want to put your Mystic on somebody else in Dark Dimension. But what makes Hela so good? Well, it has to be with this passive because that is where Greg comes from. This Undead Asgardian on spawn, she's gonna summon an Undead Asgardian, and anytime the Undead Asgardian dies, summoning a new one. As far as T4s, this passive does seem to be the more important move. When she drops below 50% health, if Zombie Iron Man is an ally, summon an Undead Asgardian, another Greg, and apply taunt to all the Gregs out there. This is also a very good move. This ultimate here, spreading all the negative effects, especially if you have Zombie Iron Man, you're gonna spread all the negative effects, clearing all barrier. Very, very strong move. This move got a little better when Zombie Iron Man came to the game and she got her rework. Disrupted, bleeds. This team is going to get a lot better, especially when Zombie Juggernaut comes to the game. If you want to farm Hela, she is available on a couple nodes, Villains 7.6 and Heroes 2.3. And the best ISO 8 class for her, according to MarvelStrikeForce.com, 54% of users have Raider on Hela. And coming in at number 9 spot is a new character on this list, never been on this top 10 before, and it is Rescue. Just got a rework, part of this valuable Pegasus team for the tech raids. And yeah, she's gonna be an important part of this raid squad of Pegasus. Pegasus also looks to have a little extra value in War. I don't think they're gonna make that top 12 in Cosmic Crucible, but there is a little bit of argument for rescue. At one time, I was thinking of taking her to Dark Dimension 6. She does have that global tag. She does have that tech tag. And if you're not bringing in a lot of other tech characters, you have them already built up, she could be a good option for you. And as far as her kit, she did just get a big rework with the introduction of Pegasus. She has a couple T4s that I think are very good. The best is going to be this passive here. In the raids, on the death of any Pegasus ally, fill speed by this character by 50%, generate 3 ability energy for self on spawn, buried by 10%. Now, this is not going to benefit her or the team outside of the raids. So this is just for the tech section of the raids. But yeah, you're going to get speed bar 50%, 3 ability energy, and that's going to lead right into her ultimate. Where if you do this T4, that is going to revive a dead Pegasus ally by 60% health. So I think this is a 1-2 punch, especially for the raids. Not going to give you a lot of value outside the raids, but you're mainly building this Pegasus team for the raids. So I think you need to do the ultimate. I think you do need to do the passive as well. This is a pretty good move. Instead of redistributing 250% of the health stolen, you're going to distribute 500% health of the health stolen. So this is a good one as well. Would benefit her a little tiny bit in Dark Dimension, but yeah, unless you're bringing a lot of Pegasus allies, you're not going to bring it fit to the whole team. And this is a pretty good move here, applying defense down to the primary target. I do like that, but I think you're going to do the special and ultimate more. So rescue, very, very good characters, important piece of this Pegasus team. If you want to farm her, she is available in the very easy to farm Blitz store. And healer. She's going to be the healer of the team. 67% of users on MarvelStrikeForce.com have healer equipped on rescue. Moving on in this list at the number 8 spot, only 5 spots from last month, and this team just seems a lot less valuable than they were. A lot of it is because the Bifrost in Room 2 and crazy high resistance Sylvies, but Death Seed just does not seem as important as they used to be, which means a Dark Beast fell 5 spots from last month. He's still going to be great in the raids. This whole entire Death Seed team is needed for the raids right now. And they're pretty good in War, pretty good in Cosmic Crucible. They are by no means a slouch team. They're still a very, very good team, but they did fall a little bit because of some other priorities that we have going on in Marvel Strike Force. Let's take a look at the kit of Dark Beast, see why he shines so much. And if we scroll down to his passive, well, on turn, flipping positive effect into a negative effect on a non-summoned ally with the highest speed. That is great. In the raids or in Room 2 of the current season in Cosmic Crucible, flipping 3 positive effects instead of 50% chance to apply blind to that enemy. So that is great. This 2-turn ability block is also very good. So I would recommend, kind of like Rescue, the ultimate and the passive. This is also a very good one. It just affects the raids. So if you're using them outside of the raids and Cosmic Crucible and War, not going to be as effective. Very, very good character. And if you want to farm Beast, he's available also in the Nexus Hard Chapters 2-9 though. And Skirmisher, 80% of users on MarvelStrikeForce.com have Skirmisher attached to Dark Beast. Moving on, the list coming in at number 7 spot is another member of this Death Seed team. It is Nemesis. Now, this was a character that I actually took into Dark Dimension 6. I'm not sure if that was the correct choice, mainly because it uses Mutant here, and I'd rather have Apocalypse. But yeah, very, very good character in the raids. Everything is said about Dark Beast goes for him as well, although Nemesis, I think, has a little extra value in Dark Dimension 6, which is why he gets a little bit of a nod over Dark Beast. As far as his kit, though, good kit. His ultimate is probably one of the best moves that he has. 100% damage to all enemies, and it is a steal 10% of health. So that is going to affect the healing. That's going to affect the damage. Very, very good move. And trauma in the raids as well. And damage for self and Death Seed allies. This is not just in the raids. This is an awesome move on a full Death Seed team. This is probably better in Dark Dimension. This is probably better on the Death Seed team. If you want to get some shards for Nemesis, he's available in the Crucible store. No brainer if you don't have Apocalypse yet, but very, very good character. And 76% of users on MarvelStrikeForce.com have that Striker class attached to Nemesis. Moving on the list, coming in number 6 spot, moving up 1 spot from last month, is Brother Loki, our Asgardian on the list, the lone Bifrost character on this list. Bifrost is the best team for the Mystic section of the raids. Probably the most annoying team in Room 2 on defense in Cosmic Crucible, the current season in Cosmic Crucible, especially that Sylvia's gear 18. But the Bifrost team, Loki, very good in the raids, very good in Room 2 of Cosmic Crucible right now. And if you're not using the Asgardians on defense in War, well, you could use Loki with the 2 Eternals, take out any hero Asgardians or any Asgardian team that you want, smashing them so hard, allow Sylvie to get in front of Icarus. But let's go take a look at his kit, see why he is such a good character to farm, mainly because of this, that Bifrost tag. But Yeah, he does a lot of good stuff, which is why he didn't get a big rework when he got onto this team. When this character Asgard drops below 50% health by 3 evades, 3 death proofs to that character, so helping them stay alive a little longer. A great ultimate as well, giving him and the rest of the Bifrost into stealth, so helping them survive a little bit as well. And 2 mind control enemies from this special T4 instead of just 1 that is going to increase the damage. So yeah, Loki, very, very good character. You want to farm him, very easy farm. He is in the raid supply store right now. And as far as the best ISO 8, well, Skirmisher, 61% of users on MarvelStrikeForce.com have Skirmisher attached to Loki. Let's move on with the list. Coming at the number 5 spot and moving up 3 spots from last month, it is OG Captain America. Yeah, Rebirth does seem a little bit more valuable to me this month than they did last month. I have also taken Captain America into Dark Dimension 6. Now, he's not great in Dark Dimension 6, but he is great in the raids on this Rebirth team. They're okay in Cosmic Crucible. I think they've been outshined a little bit by the Death Seed and the Bifrost in Cosmic Crucible, but still usable in Cosmic Crucible, and obviously very, very good in War, but the raids are where this team is going to shine the most. Let's go take a look at Captain America, see why he is such a great character. I think that one of the big things that he does is this special here, where he gets that taunt, giving out ability energy to a bunch of characters here. This is a great passive as well. Taunt when a Rebirth drops below 50% health. More block, War, he's getting some bonuses, raids, more health bonuses as well. Captain America is just a beast, and if you haven't built up big enough, man, he's a hard character to get through. And if you want to start to farm Captain America, he's available on Nexus 1-3. As far as ISO 8s, you got 2 that are pretty popular on MarvelStrikeForce.com. 50% of users have Fortifier attached, although Healer, 26% is another popular choice for Captain America. Moving on with this list, moving on to the Rebirth team, coming in the number 4 spot, moving up 1 spot from last month, is Captain America's partner in crime, Captain Carter, Peggy Carter, moving up another spot. She is an important part of this Rebirth team, but their main value has always been in the raids, in that bio section, the raids. They're still okay in Cosmic Crucible, still very good in War. And she has some great moves as she's on your team, some very annoying moves as she's on the enemy team though, like this special here, where you're gonna revive all Rebirth allies. Without the T4, 20% of the character's max health. With it, it is 60% of their base health. There's a big AoE attack on the ultimate as well. Very low 3-turn cooldown. And the rage or passive gives more healing anytime a Rebirth ally drops below 30% max health. Only for the first time, but yeah, she's a great character. She's available very easily in the Cosmic Crucible store, so a lot of great characters that you'd pick from in that Cosmic Crucible store. But as far as T4s for Captain Carter, the most popular choice by far on MarvelStrikeForce.com, Healer, 74%. And coming in at the number 3 spot is our boy Nicholas Fury. He is kind of the glue that holds the Invader team together, which is necessary right now in the Incursion Raid skill section. They have some use outside of that. I see them on defense and War a lot, but they're very countered very easily. So this is mainly for the raids, and this is mainly because of Fury's value in Dark Dimension 6. I think he's one of the characters that you have to take in Dark Dimension 6. That non-horseman legendary section, there aren't a lot of great options. I think one of your better options is Nick Fury because he's involved in the current meta, and you're still going to get some extra value from him for a little while, at least until the skill section is replaced in whatever the next raid is. But yeah, you're still going to get some value from Nick Fury right now, which is why I think he's at that number 3 spot. Talking about his kit, why is he such a valuable character? Well, he's gonna summon shield characters, especially this ultimate. Instead of summoning 2 to 3 shield agents, you're summoning 3 agents with this ultimate there. So it could do nothing, but it could give you 3 agents instead of 2. So this is a very good move right there. And on turn for his passive, 20% chance to apply speed up to self, shield minion, Coulson, Kestrel allies, and 10% chance to apply off assist now for those characters as well. So very, very good character. I think is needed for a lot of content in the game. But yeah, Dark Dimension 6 raid is where he's pretty much going to shine right now. As far as where you could farm him, well, he is a permanent legendary character. Unfortunately, you need to farm those dirty, ugly Kree minions to get him. So some trash characters to get this good character. And as far as the ISO 8s for Nick Fury on MarvelStrikeForce.com, Healer, 46% of users have Healer attached to him. Although Raider is a great class if you're using him on an Invader team, 24% of users have Invader attached to Nick Fury. Moving on to the number 2 spot, and this is a character newly on this list. I didn't want to put him on the list for a while, but because he is so valuable in the arena right now, big time Spider-Man gets that nod. Now, this is a character that you need to build to a certain level. I only have mines built to like level 70 right now, so you don't need to put a lot of investment in this character, especially if you have him unlocked. But I think he's going to be valuable in the arena right now with Miss Marvel Hardlight. And once we get more super scrolls in the wild, I think his importance is going to go up in arena. Let's go take a look at his kits, see why he's such a important character to build. And I think the main thing that you need is this ultimate here. You need to land this ultimate, applying that disruption for 2 turns to all enemies. You don't need a T4 in this. And you probably don't even need a T4 in the passive as well. When this character is attacked, fill speed bar by self and infestation allies. That's going to help a lot on war defense. You don't need this at all for the arena. So yeah, good thing about Big Time Spider-Man, doesn't take a lot of investment to have him do what he needs to do in arena. And if you want to use him in war, especially on war defense, this would be very, very good. Now he is a city character, which means that you might want to consider taking him into Dark Dimension 6. There are a few required characters, I think, in that city section, Dark Dimension 6. Miss Marvel, Hardlight, and Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes are pretty much locked into that city spot. The other 3 characters, I think you have some flexibility, and Big Time Spider-Man might be one of your choices based on the gear that you have and the other characters that you're taking in. If you want to farm him, well, he's part of the raid season reward, so you don't even have to use any effort to farm him, but you can't do that on a daily basis. That's every 2 weeks you're going to get some charge for him. As far as your ISO 8 classes, while Striker overwhelmingly chosen by the community on marvelstrikeforce.com, 84% of users have that attached to him. As we move on to the #1 spot on this list, and I don't know if this character is going to be dethroned for a while, but Quicksilver is coming in at the #1 spot again. I don't see him being dethroned for a long time. He has kind of a value like Silver Surfer, where he is a very good character, very good plug and play character, used all over the place right now, but he doesn't have a solid team. So eventually, I think he's going to fall into that Silver Surfer role where he's just going to be a good character that nobody's going to use. But right now, he's used all over the place. I see him used in arena, primarily on defense, not so much on offense. Dark Dimension 6, if you have the Mystic Gear, is a great choice for that global section. Cosmic Crucible, great on defense for screwing your opponent's efficiency. Great on war as well. You could use him all over the place, which is why he's such a great character. I actually would T4 all of these moves here, especially because I'm using him in arena. But if charged, filling speed bar by self by 20% on allies turn, always gaining a positive effect. So this is a great T4 for the passive. With the ultimate, you're going to clear all negative effects on this character. You're not going to clear anything without that. 100% piercing damage, so that is a great ultimate as well. Long cooldown, but for where this character is being used, I think that's still a great move. Bringing all negative effects on this character, again, that's a great move as well. Piercing to the primary target, I think you need to do all these T4s. Now, if you want to farm him, you don't have to do anything. Just play Cosmic Crucible, climb up as high as you can. You're going to get him every single week when your Crucible rewards. And as far as ISO 8 classes, Striker seems to be the overwhelming pick by the community on marvelstrikeforce.com. 80% of users have Striker attached to Quicksilver. And now it's time to mention the honorable mentions. There's a lot of great characters that I had to leave off this list, so let's mention him now. Icarus Cersei, always a powerful duo wherever we're going to use him. They're pretty much used in Cosmic Crucible and War right now. Magneto, also a very good character that pained me to leave off this list, but I think these characters that we talked about are a little more important right now and for the future of Marvel Strike Force. Winter Soldier, US agent, part of that Rebirth team, you're going to need them. Bucky Barnes, Union Jack, part of that Invader team, you're going to need them. And as far as all the Horsemen and Horseman characters, Psylocke, Wong, Scarlet Witch, Heartless, Agatha, Hulk, A-Bomb, Cho, She-Hulk, Phantom X, Dazzler, especially if you don't have Apocalypse Unlocker, you need to build them. But that is it. Let me know your thoughts on this list. Are there some different game modes that you prioritize and your list is a little different than mine? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching though, guys. If this video did provide you some value and some direction of what you're gonna do in Marvel Strike Force, leave it a like. Hit that like button. It is free for you and it supports your channel. And if you wanna see what are the best characters to put ISO 8 Blue level 5 on and my updated picks for Dark Dimension 6, make sure you check out the video up there. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin, out.